Welcome back, guys, to Quick and Dirty Marketing. My name is Zach Greenfield, and today we're going to do some more dissecting of ads so we can all work on decoding the psychology and the design of what works and what doesn't work in advertising. So stick with me, and I've got some examples to share with you today. Welcome back, guys. So here is a couple of ads I pulled off the internet. I went and looked at some interest, sort of websites, fitness, and some other things to pull some different ads from different categories that were what I would consider cold ads, just as much as, retargeting, sort of based on the interest group. So if you go to a high interest blog site around your niche, you should be able to see ads that people are using as cold advertising, targeting that interest group for whatever your business is. So let's take a look here. The first one we got right here is advertising the new Google Pixel phone. Now this ad was basically the entire, across the entire page, so it's very readable. But there's two things going on here that I liked about this ad. One is all the way over here, you have just an elegant product image, which is, obviously what they're trying to sell is this sort of beautiful new phone. And then some really nice black text on white that tells you what you can do now, right? You can pre-order this phone. And then that just leads your eye right over here to the buy now button, which is in this really nice contrasting blue. So the color use here I think is quite good. They've got this sort of lime, whatever green that is, nice white space, and then the blue big button. So the button in this example is actually quite large relative to everything else, but it's a very strong call to action, and I like that about this ad. So you got kind of the elegant product image there all the way over, and then this nice call to action and a little bit in between to explain. And again, just using 4 words there: pre-order Google Pixel 6. That's it. And that's all it needs. It's not a bad ad. I'm sure that it's probably performing pretty well, but the takeaways here are the image being clean and professional, and then this nice call to action being really overt. Let's take a look at the next one. This is from Caesars Sportsbook. This one is great, and here's the core element to this. It's right here. First bet up to $5,000 risk-free. This is the biggest objection, right, to gambling and to some degree for all purchasing that people make. They're going to feel like they're taking a risk, right? But this ad right here just eliminates $5,000 worth of risk. So it's a really excellent ad in terms of reducing objections to making a move, okay? And that's something for all of us to think about in our advertising is, what are your buyers' objections and how could you quickly remove them in 2 lines like this? I mean, they're just only using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 6 words, big yellow and white on this black background, really the center of the message, risk-free, okay? Download the app, start making bets. I think it's pretty obvious what they do because it's called a sports book right up top here. Caesars is a pretty recognizable name, of course, in the gambling business. Got a little bit of legal stuff on the bottom. Nobody cares about all that, but you do need to think about that if you're in a business that's got regulations. And then, the action here is download the app and get involved. But the big thing for all of us as advertisers is to see is just this really powerful use of removing the biggest objection that your buyer might have. And the next one. This one works in a couple of different ways, and I'll tell you my thoughts about it. A couple of things cool that are going on here. Pretty white ad, got the avocado and the water bottle, clearly fitness-based ad. This was on a interest website. I went to the fitness website, and so this is a cold advertising. I've never shopped for any of this stuff before, so it wasn't a retargeting ad. And what's happening here, though, the text is, and again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. This follows our 3 to 5 word rule. Fitness starts with what you eat. Now, if you read that out loud for a second, your mind goes, wait, what? I thought fitness started with lifting weights, right? I thought fitness started with a gym membership. Why does fitness start with what I eat? That's a different category, right? So there is what I would call, and I think in this business it's called contrarian marketing, is to say something to your prospect that's really it's nothing they've heard before and goes against the mainstream messaging that they're being exposed to daily, because it makes them stop and pause and say, wait a second, something's going on different here. Okay, and being different is a very powerful form of advertising. It's not to go with the herd, but to stake out some ground that's all yours over here and say, fitness doesn't start in the gym, fitness doesn't start with weights, fitness starts with what you eat. You're like, what? Right? But for people that really want to be focused on diet and they're interested in things like avocados and drinking good amounts of water and all that, this speaks to them, and to everybody else, it's contrarian. And it makes you wonder, right? So what are you going to do? You're going to sign up for this personalized newsletter. There may be a questionnaire to personalize it, I would think. I didn't click on it. And all they want is your email, and then you sign up, right? So it's an opt-in, but it's an opt-in for this sort of special messaging. Good things that are happening here, again, are just that clean imagery, white on black, super readable, exactly like a police car, right? I mean, there's a reason for that. And then you got that contrarian messaging. So if you can incorporate contrarian messaging into your copy, that's going to be very powerful, just like this is. So if you guys enjoyed those, go ahead and smash that like button, and we'll see you again on the next Quick and Dirty Marketing.